A great Tuesday morning. It is a beautiful morning in the city of Brownsville, Texas, and it's a busy one for us. It's a busy one for me because all of a sudden I just came back yesterday from Cancun, and it was a hustle and bustle kind of day. But that's what happens when you have your uh, own little shindig. You gotta hustle, you gotta move it, you gotta work it, work it, work it, work it, work it, work it. And that's part of the culture I think that a lot of us have here locally. A lot of the individuals here are very business oriented, business centric. And that's important. It's important because it says a lot about the individuals that have a business, and that's why it's very hard. I think a lot of times. Let's see, another school closing. Guess that. Let me say one of the things that I think that I've been wanting to say, and I was hoping that other individuals would come on, but a lot of people don't understand, don't realize is that there's no other option. The truth of the matter is, the truth of the matter for the district, there is no other option. What can they do? And I had this conversation. It's kind of weird because, again, I'm not a fan of Jessica Gonzalez. I'm not a fan of the majority of people that are sitting on the board right now. But the facts of the matter is, what do you do? You're in a predicament. Now, close them all, close them all, do it. The problem is, you have to go back and analyze what put us in this hole. What made us such a cluster? And that's what a lot of individuals have not gone to the root and said, well, you're never going to fix the issue. You're never going to fix the problem until you stop the bleed. And the bleed is not coming from the bottom. But at the end of the day, it's the bottom that's still going to suffer. And I'll give you an example. If I have if I have three employees here at my office, I have three employees. If I have three employees here in the city of Brownsville, in my office in the city of Brownsville, someone got a message from the city of Brownsville. I get three employees, and all of a sudden, things go down in regards to weddings or work with individuals. What am I going to do? Am I going to cut acá arriba where I'm, raking it in? Am I going to want to cut up acá? No, the fact of the matter is you're going to kind of want to cut from the bottom because it's going to permit you to continue to live that little bitty lifestyle that you're basically accustomed to. So uh, I've got three employees, and it's at Erasmo Castro. And Erasmo Castro likes to travel, likes to eat well, likes to drink well. So acá está. And all of a sudden, things start to go bad. Is Erasmo going to, cut off on his travels and his drinking? The, the answer is probably no. Erasmo is going to want to try and get rid of this guy of the three, the last one to come in, get him gone, and give these two more responsibility. It's what you do in business, guys. It's what you do in business. And anyone out there with a business would tell you exactly the same thing. Now, you do it in a way that it doesn't affect your client boss relationships. That's what's most important. That's what's most important. So what happens is, you've got to maintain. Now, what happens if the individuals on the bottom they jump ship? Well, they screw everything up, and it becomes very, very, very painful for the individual top. So I understand why they're doing it. The issue is not the first time that this happened at BISD. This is not the first time that we've had to close schools. Now, again, I was on the board when we had to close schools. There was no other option. Had to, no other option. So, and again, uh, we demanded, wanted for there to be less individuals on the top. They never wanted to do an audit. They never wanted to do a feasible sweep of anyone out there because the board was controlled by Sylvia Atkinson. And that's what happens when you've got a board controlled by a majority of individuals that are not the sharpest tools in the shed. In the case of Sylvia Atkinson, she was the sharpest tool in all the sheds in all of the city of Brownsville because she's devious, just the way she is, just who she is. Devious to the point that she would slap the crap out of her mother to just to make an extra buck. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I like Sylvia's parents; they were very, very nice, good, great people. But it's just terminology. But that's what happens. Now, do I blame the guys for closing? There's no other option. They have to close the schools. It's just no other option. What parents and everyone else should start questioning, wonder is why are we in this situation? That's the main question, and it has never gotten answered. They talk about saving money, yet they spend money like crazy for themselves, 100%, because they think, and this is where the difference is in between my analogy in regards to self-employed individual to a BISD type of situation, because the self-employed individual like myself, well, this is my business. The problem is that BISD is not their own business. It belongs to the community. The problem is that these individuals have fought so hard to separate the community from the elected officials, from the entities that are representative of the community. BISD belongs to the city of Brownsville, to you. It belongs to you. And that's what a lot of individuals have been made to feel like they are not a part of. This is your district. This is your school. So either you have a choice. You either fight for it and take it back, or continue to leave it in the hands of these corrupt individuals that are going to constantly just want to make a buck for themselves. It's your choice. It's your call. The problem is here, no one wants to unite. There is no unity. They don't care. They care more about Erasmo getting kissed on the cheek than they care about a politician pocketing hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. And that's what's really, really amazing. And again, amazing. I'm still getting messages from individuals like, well, that's your boyfriend. And we're like, got a kiss at a concert from a friend of mine, a very, 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 very close friend of mine on the cheek. I'm still getting messages. We're like, really? That is your number one concern in the city of Brownsville? But again, I understand the dynamics. I know that Erasmo Castro is Erasmo Castro, and we've got to celebrate him. That's great. That's fine. Doesn't to announce good to anyone else in the community. And that's what we need to focus on. We need to stay focused and focus on those things that can truly affect the city of Brownsville, like the closing of 3 schools and finding out and sharing with other individuals why we are in this predicament. And it's not because of Erasmo Castro getting a kiss on the cheek. It's not because someone out there cheated on their spouse. It isn't. We got to get out of that rancho mentality. We got to get out of that little culture where we blind ourselves because of fandom. Fandom. I'm sorry. We will now open some schools they closed before to give the community a better movement for the students. It's crazy. Get rid of some board members. They don't do anything but collect a check. They collect a check from vendors. That is 100% correct. Because you keep voting them in. Those teachers have the power to change things, but they do not vote or are blind. They don't vote. And again, teachers, God bless them. These are the educated people. And this is what's kind of scary, that the educated individuals here either don't vote or continue to vote for the same crap. That's scary because what we have to do is find a way to mobilize, to empower the 89% of the individuals that do not come out and vote. That's what we have to do. But there is no culture for voting down here because people have the mentality that nothing's ever going to change. Yet the only way that it's going to change is if people come out and vote. It's the only way. So we'll see what happens. I am running for the appraisal board, and I'm very, very fortunate to have drawn number one. I was not at the drawing. I was out of town. I drew number one, and I will be the first individual on the ballot. So again, guys, I'm going to continue to ask for your vote. It's going to be May, the same election that Marisa is going to be out there fighting for her position, for her position on the school board, and we need Marisa on there, 100%, without a doubt. Marisa needs to be on the board. I love Marisa. Always love Marisa. Always will support Marisa. I will not run against Marisa. That is for sure. I've stated before, and I'm going to say this again. I am going to run for BISD board against Jessica Gonzalez. Again, we'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting little race. Got to do it. Guys, I've got people waiting for me, and my dad's calling. So, guys, hold on. Mande. Pues ya le mandé las formas para que las firmara. Porque me mandó un correo, déjame checarlo, pero mándalo ya si quieres. Ahorita checo el correo. Supuest, supuestamente ya había pagado, papá. Ya lo pagó electrónico. Bueno, pregúntale a Saúl, porque Saúl me dijo que ya lo habían pagado. Ahorita voy para allá. Bye. I'm morning quickie. Well, gotta go. Gotta go out, guys. Have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, we won't be on tomorrow. Guys, be good to each other. Continue to be. God bless.